What up, everybody? Welcome back to Eyes on the Badge. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's free, helps us make more content. For those of you who've been here before, you know when we go over body cam footage, when we go over news stories, there are times when I interject and make points as we go along. I'm not doing that today. Today's story pissed me off when I watched it. We're taking a look at a news story that covers a traffic stop out of Arizona that happened in late 2024, where a off-duty police officer from another state was stopped by bike cops. And from what I could tell from the story, the footage and everything that's being shared that you're about to see, it looks like those cops found a clever way to violate this man's rights. And it pissed me off. It's probably going to piss you off too, unless you're the type that, you know, likes seeing people's rights violated. This story stinks. I hate watching stuff like this, but I think it's important for us to make ourselves aware that even in 2025, where you have people ordering the police and, you know, there's so much awareness of what's right and what's wrong, you still got people who wear a badge out here doing stuff they shouldn't be doing, people in positions of authority doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. There's so much wrong in our society and so many people who are still in positions of power that shouldn't be. It's important to share and circulate stories like this so we can remain aware, because like I always say, the more aware you are, the more prepared you can be. Take a look at this story. Like I already warned you, it's gonna make you mad. Let me know what you think. I think these officers were all full of crap.
They didn't know they were pulling over a police officer. We broke this story last year, and tonight we're finally seeing exclusive body camera video raising serious questions. Was that man unfairly targeted and arrested? ABC 15 investigator Nicole Grigg got the footage, and it has the NAACP demanding answers.
Hey, give me your ID.
This is the traffic stop.
For what? For tripping your tires.
That's raising serious questions
I come in the back of the car.
about why these officers put an unarmed black man in handcuffs after just 4 seconds. We did not get this video from Tempe police.
Go ahead, turn the curb.
That's because the department says it would take them more than a year to release it.
I don't want to sit down.
I'm not asking you. I'm telling you to sit down.
We got permission to show it
Sit down or we're going to put you on the ground, dude.
from the man at the center of all of this, a Chicago police officer.
You're under arrest. Okay?
Under arrest?
I'll explain in a second, but you do need to take a seat.
Questions about policies and procedures inside Tempe PD.
Pull your hands back up behind your butt.
This cannot be okay.
And because of those questions, the NAACP is getting involved.
This cannot be acceptable. This cannot continue to happen. Something needs to be done.
Pastor Andre Miller is the state vice president, and he wants answers from Tempe PD about whether Jalen Woods was targeted on Mill Avenue.
To see an actual African-American police officer who should have gotten a ticket, should have gotten some type of courtesy, not be given any type of courtesy, be arrested, taken to jail. That's not okay.
We first told you about his case a few months ago. Jalen arrested and taken to jail.
Because I feel as though those officers did what they did to me because of my skin color.
A police report says he revved the engine, causing the tires to squeal for 1 to 2 seconds. Officers say it was an illegal exhibition of speed, but city prosecutors dropped his case.
The police report that as officers performed the traffic stop, the odor of freshly burnt rubber was coming from the vehicle could be detected.
Most police reports that we see, especially when you find an instance of police overreach or police misconduct or what have you, you see wordsmithing, right? You see a police report to justify actions that are not justifiable. And for me, reading this, that is what I see.
Here's the body camera video. Jalen is driving that orange Dodge Hellcat. There is no audio for the first 30 seconds.
You can see Jalen's car right there.
Right, no smoke. There was no spinning of tires. Even without audio, you don't see smoke. Those tires would generate smoke.
The audio turns on here as a bike officer approaches him.
Hey, give me your ID.
Then the officer tells him to pull over after the light turns green.
You want to step out of the car for me? What? And I'm asking you to step in. Well, I'm asking what's the talk at the back of the car. I don't want to. So you're going to step out of the car for me, or I'm going to have to make you.
Jalen does get out of his rental car. Here's the full exchange as he's placed in handcuffs.
From the back of the car. Here's your back. Yeah, I got you in the car. I'm the police, bro. You're on the police? You see, I gave you my ID. I didn't see it.
So he's in handcuffs as soon as he gets out of the car.
That's outrageous. I mean, it's absolutely outrageous, especially for traffic, right? He's asking why. He wants to know what the issue is. And as soon as he steps out the vehicle, he's put in handcuffs as if he's some type of threat. Why?
The body camera video goes on to show Jalen asking why he's in cuffs.
Have a seat.
What am I under arrest for? Sit down.
I'll explain to you in a second.
Gas the tires, I'm going to jail?
Oh, I didn't say you're going to jail.
That's under arrest. You go to jail for being under arrest.
That's up to this officer if you're going to jail, but you are under arrest.
The NAACP vice president says it's not just what he's seeing, but what he hears the officers say.
So as soon as we pull people out of the car, we put them in handcuffs because people run from us all the time down here.
I think that's a lie. And again, that's not justified. We've seen people pulled out of cars for DUIs or whatever the case may be, right? And they don't automatically get placed in handcuffs. That's not even policy that I know of.
Then listen as they told Jalen he has to go to jail.
Since you're out of state, I can't cut you a ticket.
The ABC 15 investigators went through Tempe's cite and release policy. It says physical arrests are only for DUIs, felonies, unlawful flight, and refusing to sign a citation. None of that fits Jalen's case. Tempe's policy also says out-of-state violators will not be brought into the station to post bond as long as they will take care of the ticket.
We have officers misapplying statute. We have officers stating things that are supposed laws that are not. And these are the people who police us and have controls over our freedoms.
And another concern, officers told Jalen and his passenger they have no choice but to impound the car.
Honestly, I don't want to tow the car. I have to tow the car because the state law mandates you to tow it.
But Jalen and his lawyers dispute whether towing the car was really required.
And with them impounding it, it gave them the right to do an inventory search, which I feel was an aggressive tactic by them to go around my Fourth Amendment rights to search my vehicle without probable cause, because they had none.
Since Jalen's arrest, the NAACP has met with Tempe PD with concerns around their bike unit and how they treat African Americans.
This cannot continue to happen. Something needs to be done. And I put that at the chief's feet.
Miller says he's pushing for these officers to be retrained and reprimanded.
This is a bad arrest. And this has to be stated to be a bad arrest from the Tempe Police Department.
The Tempe Police Department tells us they're currently doing a comprehensive internal review of Jalen's stop. The review is to ensure that officers follow the law and treated Jalen as they would treat anyone else in a similar circumstance. We asked Tempe if it's their policy to place people in handcuffs for every traffic stop on Mill Avenue, but Tempe declined to answer additional questions because Jalen has indicated he plans to file a lawsuit.
He definitely needs to file a lawsuit, and I hope he gets a nice paycheck because this crap, man, is ridiculous. I'm so glad that we're in a time where we have footage and clear film, because in a situation like this, imagine how this would go without any of that. Even with the film and the footage, the department that is doing this supposed investigation and supposed to be looking into the incident, right? They're still not taking any accountability for what happened. And that's with the footage. What did you see? Because just going off of, the news story, going off of the footage, going off of the police report that they're showing, it seems pretty obvious that these officers were full of crap. Now, why they were full of crap, everybody in the comments, I'm sure, is going to have a different take on it. I'm looking forward to reading those comments and conversing with y'all. But this is ridiculous, and it made me mad watching this. And out of all people that this happened to, this is a law enforcement officer. What if he wasn't a law enforcement officer? It makes you think, damn, is he get treated worse? like everything that they were talking about was a load of crap. Like a policy that said they got to put somebody in handcuffs, or it being their practice to put somebody in handcuffs when they get out the car because they normally run. Dude had slides on, bro. How you gonna run in Gucci slides? Come on now. I can tell you from personal experience, just working in a private security capacity, that putting somebody in handcuffs oftentimes escalates the situation. I've had many interactions with people that I was stopping for shoplifting or, whatever the case may be. I've only had to put people in cuffs a few times. And it was because, that obviously the situation called for it. But 99% of the time, I'm not looking to do that, because a lot of people, if you talk to them with respect and you use your brain, you can get out of having to physically restrain them with handcuffs. So you want to put somebody in handcuffs, people fight. Like they fight to not allow you to do that. And then it turns into a whole nother incident where you have to use even more force to get them in the cuffs. So that idea of them getting out the car and like, yeah, we put them in cuffs, it's like that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. And depending on the department you work for, I would think that you may have to do a report just because you had to put them in cuffs. That may be a separate report. I don't know if it will qualify as what some departments would call a use of force, but there may be a similar report you have to do, I would think, just for putting them in cuffs. So why would you want to do that if you don't have to? None of that makes any sense. None of it. They need to stop playing, man. Like, they need to stop playing. The longer they hold off on just admitting that, hey, this didn't look, like a good stop. Our officers, were misinformed. We're gonna retrain them, and we apologize to the person involved. What's so hard about saying that? Damn it! What's so hard about saying that?